I've been thinking a lot about lately purpose and why exactly we would come here to experience anything, let alone this as it is. So I've gone back before this incarnation, back to before I assigned this fractalized consciousness to this lens, to the singularity itself. Beyond the mind, beyond the consciousness. If you can find your way back to the veil, focused, precise, right back to the singularity itself. Peace. Do you feel it? That which looks through those eyes is a fractalized piece of absolute infinity. Now, for thousands of years, religions and philosophies, spiritualities have tried to assign to everyone purpose. And most accept the assignment without truly looking for themselves. There is a convincingness here in duality to gaslight and manipulation, lies meant to deceive, control, distract. Ideas that, when you really think about them, don't make any sense at all. If you understand what is really going on, because you look yourself. So looking at the singularity itself, absolute infinity, and its relationship to the event horizon, much like any singularity we have to observe, I see, once again, like in everything else, a repeated copy and paste pattern, a microcosm to a macrocosm, over and over again, with non-duality and now duality. The original design and the grand design, truth and the lie. What is and the delusion of what is not. But purpose is what I am seeking. What is the truth, I wonder? And how can something not only just exist, right, but always have existed for no reason? There is no reason. That's what brings us to this question of purpose. Like heartbreak and learning everything love is not. These things are all connected. Why would an absolute consciousness fractalize itself to experience not only itself, but everything it is not? Unless the true definition of omniscience is the ability or capacity to infinitely grow. So here you have, in spirituality and Buddhism, Hinduism, a lot of masters talking about the path of continual growth. Now I see the irony here that this too is a projection of why the absolute infinity would fractalize itself, create this duality to experience not only what it is, but what it is not, in an effort to itself infinitely grow. Now this is not really accepted or even considered in maybe Jewish and Islamic, Christian, Catholic theologies, because they want to believe that their God is perfect, right? I'm not gonna get too into why their gods obviously aren't, nor are the followers, but it starts to make sense when you put all the dogma aside and think for yourself. Not only that, but look at it yourself. Imagine you yourself, because that's what you are. But instead of the fractal of a broken mirror, which you appear to be now, you are whole. You are the singularity itself. And maybe you don't know where you came from, just like you don't. Maybe you don't know your purpose, just like maybe you don't. Maybe you just don't know why you're here. So you fractalize yourself. You create a matrix, an environment to mold you, to experience what you are, what has value in its duality, the lies, the gaslight, what has no value, what you are not, what love is not, what love is, what character is, what character is not, what goodness is, and what goodness is not. So then, the purpose, your purpose, ultimately, can only truly be assigned to you. I once had a purpose, and I told somebody very close to me. And at first they were flattered and inspired, but the nature of duality and learning what love is not. The relationship between egoic identification and the narcissistic, encouraged, domesticated perspective, which all, if not most, human beings have been indoctrinated to subconsciously and unconsciously believe is normal. For most people you'll ask will think that they're either their body, their brain, their assigned name, the flag they were born under, or whatever country they're a citizen of now, their job. All these surface level, shallow identifications are not the one whom is operating the forms. Most people don't even know or understand how many forms they're operating at once. So for me to find purpose again, to go all the way back to the beginning, even though it seems like there never was one, was there? Very intriguing. For even at the earliest point you can reach, the macrocosm becomes a microcosm to its own macrocosm, and the pattern repeats. So purpose here, friend, shall be what you decide for yourself. Don't allow someone else to assign you your purpose, your passion, what you truly love. This is your freedom, and this is your peace. And I hope you find it. And I hope you look yourself.